Now, it was the most destructive and costly storm to ever hit the United States, claiming the lives of nearly 1,400 people and causing $200 billion in damages. Yesterday, the city held remembrances to mark this devastating anniversary. And among the thousands impacted by the storm was a member of our 5 on Your Side family.
That's right. I was 10 years old living in New Orleans when Katrina hit, and I sat down with Irene Knott to discuss the storm's impact on my family. We had dealt with storms before. Like, I recall other storms and my grandfather treading me through water to walk me to school. Some of the other heavy hitters, as we know, but there had never been any storm to dislocate us the way this one did.
Were you able to watch what was happening in your hometown while you were gone, or did your parents shelter you away from that?
I remember watching the coverage in our hotel room Monday morning and saying, thank God we made it out. Thank God we decided to not stay and go to the Superdome for shelter.
When you get back to New Orleans, what is it like?
We didn't lay eyes on the damage until maybe 3 weeks after. Utter devastation. I felt like my childhood had been ripped away.
Are you still emotional about it now?
I think it's important for us to pause and to realize that we lost a lot. We lost a sense of pride in that moment. And if you know the depths of why we lost what we lost, it wasn't all cookie cutter, and so there are people still struggling, to this day with losing family members. I was fortunate enough to not lose any direct family members, but we did lose friends.
What have you learned about your city as you look back at where it is now, or look back at where it was and then see where it is now?
You see people wanting better for themselves. You see businesses popping up that you never thought you would see in New Orleans. And so it's fun to watch the evolution. And I think we are thinking more progressively now. How can we be the same New Orleans that you always knew and loved, but better? Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Oh, thank you. I watched the Katrina documentary last night, which I think was really eye-opening. If anyone has Netflix, y'all should watch it. Really, really well done. I don't think I realized, just because, we were young, I would have been 8 when Katrina hit, about the Superdome. And even though that was supposed to be a place of shelter, it ended up being a place that people died in.
Absolutely.
And because of the amount of people that were in there, and there was no food, and it actually got damaged from the storm. I didn't realize that piece of it, which is sad. You had all these people in this one spot, and they still ended up getting hit. So when you said, I'm so glad y'all didn't go, because you could have had a completely different story this morning.
Absolutely, and I had friends who did, take shelter there and refuge, and they ended up being targets, And so Come Hell and High Water is a documentary.
Yes, really well done.
It's really good on Netflix, and it really explores what people went through during the storm. Coming at you from all types of angles, what was happening politically during that moment, what was happening physically in the city, which you probably studied a little bit on, and how the levees broke.
From a storm standpoint. And I still feel like, people in the newsroom, they ask when there's a hurricane coming. When you ask, it's always a little bit different. And I think that's probably from your experience.
For sure. Studied a little bit